We're gonna talk about the racial situation in the music industry because it's always been there. It's funny when I watch old music award shows from back in the '80s, especially when I watch the American Music Awards or the Grammys, and they didn't always just say R&B. They said best black music. Best. It was labeled a certain way. It was like it was really mind blowing when I watched it. Cause I tell you like this. What was such a trip about it is that you had Michael Jackson breaking down so many barriers, and you had Prince doing what he did, Lionel Richie doing what he did, Tina Turner. You had black acts who had incredible success. Rick James had broken records with touring, that incredible success and hits, but it was still. And Ray Parker Jr. had big success. You just think about in the last 40 plus years, the MTV thing was still a much of continuation of segregation and all that. Um, and then you fast forward to hip hop, which to me ain't nothing but just an old throwback to minstrels. I mean, that's just what they're doing because they're basically finding names and characters and watering it down and making them disrespect with the community. But that's still basically ghettoizing experiences to sell to a certain demographic that they look at as less than. It's never in the same situation. It's just what it is. It's a really uncomfortable, squirmish, cringeworthy situation. When we talk about racism in the industry, and of course with country music, Beyonce got that award for Album of the Year with that. But the obstacles and the disdain was alive and well. The music awards didn't give her no nominations, and that's a reality because music is not just music. People look at you, put a label on you, stereotype you, put in. Music is one of the worst opponents of that. They really don't just look at it as just music. So many instances when you hear how it's blatantly known and how it's reflected, and that they see your skin before they see your compositional skills and your techniques, or you get typecast in it. It's never talked about near enough, And I understand what people are reluctant to because they are worried they're going to get black ball, white ball, and just no ball and no play. And it's so much that's owned, just like with the streaming services, how they dictate you, and you're put into a label and you're put into this thing, and then they got to do all this to get all that. It's just so much politics and red tape, and it's still Jim Crowism with how they do it. But when you hear how they used to term the music, how they would, segregate openly with the music, and how, it